Hi, welcome back. And if it's your first time here, how's it going? For today's video, I'll be working on the wings that I used for my Drolta cosplay. I'll also show you how I made these really cool gloves and my horns. To get started, I did buy these wings on Amazon, but I did not like the color. I had my little brother try them on just to kind of show you how they came out of the box.
You'll never know.
They'll never know. He got pocket wings.
So the first thing I did was remove the red and black fabric because I only need the base bracket. So I went out and purchased black and pink nylon fabric. And if you don't know what nylon is, it's the same fabric that you would use for like umbrellas. It's super thin and like easy to work with. And I really needed these wings to be very lightweight, almost like I'm not wearing anything. So this is the perfect fabric for that. Then I used the original wings as a guide, and I drew a round slightly larger just so I had enough seam allowance. Now that I've got the wing the perfect size that I like, I'm going to trace it on the pink fabric. Okay, and now you should have 4 pieces total. 2 pink pieces, 2 black pieces. And then you're just gonna connect them together like this. So you'll need to secure everything with sewing pins. And once you're done with that, you can either sew this by hand or you could use a sewing machine. I opted for the sewing machine because I do have one. So this is where I start to mess around with the structure of the wings. I need to add in some flexibility because that suits my needs the best. So what I'm gonna add here is 4 gauge crafting wire. And what this does is it allows me to be able to move the wings up and down whenever I feel like it. This is gonna be super useful when you're trying to take photos of your costume because then you can adjust the wings in any direction that you want. For this next part, I'm just going to glue the nylon fabric onto the wing structure. E600 glue takes forever to dry, so about an hour later, I was able to start painting my wings. I used brown RIT dye. Here I have some plastic wings that I'm going to take some of the details off and glue them onto my wings. So I used E600 glue and household goods to weigh down the pieces that I wanted to glue onto the wings. Listen, use whatever you have in the house. And here's a final look at the wings. This is how they turned out. I think they look beautiful. And they stayed intact the whole day. Even though it was super windy, I thought they were gonna pick me up off the floor and fly me away, bro. But I'm straight. I survived. Next up are my very pretty black and red gloves. It feels like a stocking or tights type of fabric. Very stretchy and flexible, and it looks like skin tone in pictures. So if I was gonna go as like a red character, I would definitely wear these red gloves. So I used black RIT dye and I dipped them in to the hot water, and basically it gave me an ombre effect, which is exactly what I was going for. So just take your time and kind of try to get the dip right so that you can get that ombre. It helps to wet the gloves with water first before you start doing your dipping. Oh, and another cool thing about these, you can scroll on your phone with these on. Usually gloves give me a hard time, but this worked out. And voila, these are so pretty. I love these gloves. I love them. I also needed to dye my leggings because I did not like the color that they came in. They did not look like the photo on the website. But anyway, I had to dye them because I am a dark-skinned woman and I needed them to match. This costume is quite revealing and risque, so I definitely didn't want to show all of my legs and things like that, so I wanted to cover up with some stockings. They're quite thick and they're quite nice, and they ended up looking like my legs. I also bought these little Halloween horns. I think I got these at Walmart. Yeah, I bought these little Halloween horns and they could work for what I needed. So I used my heat gun to make the base flexible, and then once it was flexible, I pressed in some magnets. Then I glued another pair of magnets to my wig headband. This headband keeps my wigs on my head, and it has a dual purpose now. It keeps my horns on my head. 2 birds, 1 stone. And with that, we are wrapped for this video. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I will be posting more in the future. I actually just went to another BlurredCon 2026, baby. So I will be posting my costumes that I wore at that convention. So see you in the next one. Bye.